Hello, this is Mike Rippiger with Keller Williams Realty. Congratulations, you've gotten this far. We're under contract, and now we're in what's called the option period. During the option period, the buyer has the unrestricted right to do any inspections that they want in the property. So you need to make sure that your property is available for inspection. You need to make sure all the utilities are on. You need to make sure that everything is accessible, especially things like electrical boxes, control panels, and things like that. So go ahead and leave all that stuff ready so the inspector can look at it. Next, what I want you to do is make sure, and when we find out when the inspection is going to be, don't be there for the inspection, okay? The buyer needs unrestricted rights to go in there and just really try the house on for size, because sometimes the buyer is actually deciding still if they want this house or not. So during the option period, they actually can back out during the option period. But most of the time that doesn't happen. Most of the time what happens is we get a report that looks a lot like this, and it's broken up into different sections, okay? And even the best house is going to have a lot of things on the report, okay? The inspectors are all certified by the state of Texas, and so they actually have guidelines of what they have to inspect. There's going to be major items that they inspect, like structural, foundation, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, things like that, okay? So a lot of times what will happen is they will send us the report, okay? But don't worry about the report, because a lot of times people get all worried about the report and they think they have to do everything in the report. No, what's going to happen is the buyer's going to come back and either ask for some items to be repaired, and hopefully they're going to be reasonable in their request, or sometimes they may come back and just say, you know what, we'll do the repairs, however, we just want a dollar amount for the credit. So that's actually the easiest and best way to do it, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So after we get the inspection report back and their request, I'm going to get in contact with you, and we're going to decide what is our game plan going to be. Obviously, we don't want to leave any money on the table. So if I feel that we can get by without doing certain things, I'll advise you of that. But sometimes it's really important to go ahead and do the things, because if this buyer backs out, we have to take this report that they generated and we have to give it to any future buyers, and we have to disclose anything that this inspector found. So it's often in our best interest to go ahead and work with this particular one. Now, if we find out that this person is just kind of crazy and they just want everything done, okay, then we do have the right to say no. Now, during that time period, it's them that has the right to back out. So up until 5 p.m. on the deadline of the last day of their option period, they have the right to back out. So if we want to go ahead and play hardball and say, no, we're not going to do those repairs, or we are going to do these repairs but not those repairs, it's ultimately up to the buyer. And then after that option period is over, the buyer is running out of ways that they can get out of the contract. There are still some loopholes, and if you want specific answers on those, I'd be happy to address those. But for the most part, this is the big hurdle that we have to get through. The next big hurdle we have to really get through is the appraisal process if your buyer is getting financing on the home. So I'm looking forward to getting you through the next stage. Thank you very much for your trust. We appreciate you as a customer, and we look forward to serving you. Have a great day.